Police in Germany have arrested 25 people who are accused of plotting to overthrow the government. A group of far-right and ex-military figures are said to have prepared for a day X to storm the Reichstag Parliament building in Berlin and seize power. It is alleged a minor aristocrat, a judge, and military personnel were among those arrested, as 150 police operations were carried out in 11 of Germany's 16 states.
This is the largest anti-terror raid Germany has ever known, Nuala. So what we're talking about are 3,000 officers nationwide, dozens of raids, including in army barracks. And that's because this is a far-right group known as Reichsbürger, and literally translated as citizens of the Reich. And what they believe in, they want to undermine the modern German state. They want to overthrow the government, and they want to found a state based on the German Empire, or Reich, from 1871. Now, this is a very fringe movement, potentially a very violent movement, and that's why officers have taken this so seriously, because some of the people involved in this movement, some of the people arrested, the 25 people arrested, were former officers, former soldiers. One of them was a former member of the National Parliament here in Berlin. She was working as a judge until she was arrested. There was also a minor aristocrat who was thought to be the ringleader of this. This movement has some quite high-profile figures, some of whom are armed, some of whom have access to weapons, and that's why it's being taken incredibly seriously. Although it also has to be said, Nuala, that there aren't any indications that this plan would have been successful. This is a very radical group, but also a very fringe group. They've been going for decades, since the 80s, and even though they're armed, and even though there are outbreaks of violence regularly, they're not seen as an imminent threat to the German state, in the sense that this is something where there have been any injuries so far in this particular plot, or anyone's died in this plot, but it's being taken seriously enough to show really that nationwide raids have been merited. And, you know, we've seen dozens of arrests so far, and more are likely to come.